Hello everyone, welcome to the Elevate Talk Show channel. I am Deanna Johnson Cauthen and I am coming to you today with some very exciting news. The Elevate channel is replacing the Conversations segment of our show with a new interview segment called LifeSpeak. That's right, the words LifeSpeak together. What is LifeSpeak, you might be asking? Well, just like with the Conversation segment, LifeSpeak will bring you informative interviews. However, the emphasis of this particular interview segment will be to provide practical help for real life issues that older women face. A little bit more mature women 40 or more, 40 something or more. LifeSpeak is a program for women who find themselves sandwiched, and I do use that word very purposefully, between caring for their own families, their own young adult children, or maybe teenagers, their own households, and but who are also responsible for helping aging parents or other loved ones in their family who need their help, who need their support. It's for women juggling their own careers. It's for women that may be looking for a second career, to start over again, a new career. It's for widowed women, divorced women, women who might be re-entering the dating arena. It's for grandmothers who may have the responsibility of parenting grandchildren, or at least who are responsible for providing a significant amount of regular care. It's for women suffering with the symptoms of perimenopause or menopause. It's for women who might be going through cancer, or who are cancer survivors, or who have some other health issue that they're dealing with. It's for parents like myself who are dealing with young adult children who have had to move back home for one reason or another. This is a place for practical, no-nonsense answers to some of the issues that we face as middle-aged women. I want this program to be a place where you can find help, where you can find hope, and where you can find healing. Now, on LifeSpeak, you're going to see great interviews with people, a variety of professional psychologists, therapists, OBGYNs, and other medical professionals. You're going to see faith leaders. You're going to see doctors, lawyers, cancer survivors, financial advisors. We're even going to have on some financial specialists and other people who are in the know, who will provide practical information on a variety of topics. I will also make available information about products that you might hear about that might be mentioned on the show. Make those resources available to my viewers in case you want to find out where to purchase those items. So if you have not done so already, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and do one thing right now. I want you to go ahead, if you're not already at our channel, subscribe to the Elevate Talk Show channel, and don't forget to become a friend of the Elevate Talk Show Facebook page. That's our online community where you'll not only be able to keep up to date with the various interviews that will be coming down the pipe, but it's a place for you to share, ask questions, to engage and be engaged on. So you want to make sure you join the Facebook page so that you don't miss anything. Now, this week on LifeSpeak, we have a very special guest. Her name is Shimei Hewitt. She currently serves as the chaplain of the Salvation Army Center of Hope, which is a homeless shelter serving women and families and veterans in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. Ms. Hewitt is an ordained minister, and she talks very passionately about her responsibilities as a chaplain of this facility that serves over 500 people. She gives us an inside look into the world of homelessness and what she, as a female faith leader, does on a daily basis to help combat the problem of homelessness. So please take a look. Well, Captain Hewitt, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to talk with me about a topic that I think resonates not only with me personally, but I think it's an important topic for just where we are at in this nation and in the world today. We're going to be talking about homelessness, and this is something you're very familiar with. But before we get into that, can you just share with my audience a little bit about who you are, your background, and your journey to becoming an officer in the Salvation Army?
Well, yes, thank you so much. It's my pleasure to be here. And from my accent, you can tell I'm not born in America.
That's right.
I was born in Bahamas.
Yes.
My mom and dad from Antigua, Jamaica.
Wow.
And so I grew up in the Caribbean, then migrated to the U.S. But the Salvation Army has always been a part of my life.
Wow.
3 generations. It's been our church even in the Caribbean. So
Wow.
coming to America, we're still here
Yes.
under red, yellow,
Yes,
blue.
yes, that's right.
And so it's just a privilege to
That's
serve.
great.
Yes,
Praise
ma'am.
God. That's wonderful. Well, now you are currently a chaplain, is that correct?
Yes.
For the Salvation Army Center of Hope, which is a women's shelter in
Yes.
Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit more about your role as a chaplain there.
Well, I don't handle the social service piece. We have a social service director. I am blessed to be able to be the ministry servant for spiritual ministry.
Yes.
So it takes various forms, even though we're primarily for women.
Yeah.
We do have families, we
Okay.
do have veterans. If we have intact families,
Wow.
you have the whole family
Really?
there.
Okay.
And especially in this COVID time,
Yeah.
there's been a greater need, and so we've actually expanded. We just had 1 facility, and now we've expanded in COVID to 2.
Wow.
1 primarily for singles,
Yes.
and then the other one for families.
Is that
and
right?
so, yeah, so as
Wow.
a chaplain, any day can be a different day.
Definitely.
One day I do go around
Yes.
room to room, dorm
Do
to
you
dorm,
really?
person to
Wow.
person, as much as I can.
Sure, of course. Yes.
And then I do have different activities. We have
Yeah.
spiritual ministry,
Yes.
Bible studies
Yes.
on Sundays after church. I take them to church who want to
Yes.
come.
Okay.
And then we also have at the
Yes.
facility, the main one,
Right.
Sunday afternoon worship services.
Wow.
And also for the children, I do believe in our Salvation Army, we say,
Yes.
you can start young. So
Yes.
we have junior soldiers for
Wow,
Jesus.
that's
So I
wonderful.
also have each Wednesday,
Yes.
and at the new facility,
Yes.
and we have also
Yes.
Bible studies, devotions for the children,
Wow.
so that they understand the Word of God
Wow.
on their own level.
So let me understand this correctly. You're over all of that, right?
All of the
So how
spiritual
big,
ministry.
how large is this?
Well, now
Yes, yeah.
we can have between 500 to 600
Oh my goodness.
people.
This is
Yes,
massive.
it is massive. So pray for me.
Oh, I'm gonna pray for you, girl. Oh my
Pray
goodness,
for me.
that's a lot. And
Yes,
you
yes.
try to touch base with as many of
Yes,
these people.
yes,
So
yes.
that puts you in a place where you're really getting to know their stories.
Yes,
Wow.
powerful stories.
Yeah, I was going to
powerful
say lots of stories. So,
Yes.
which brings me to my next question. What are some of the most common reasons? I'm sure there's lots of different reasons. Every story is unique. But what are some of the most common reasons you hear and you know about as far as landing people, women and or families in homelessness? I think, and I ask that because I sort of want to dispel myths. I think there's some myths that we
Yes.
have about
Yes.
homelessness. We
Yes.
see people, it's like, oh, they're on drugs or whatever. But you tell me, what are some of the most common reasons that land people in a homeless shelter?
I'm telling you, my sister.
Yes.
For us, I want us to understand.
Yes.
For many people, we are 1 step away from being homeless.
Oh my goodness.
1 step away, and especially in the pandemic, we've had people coming saying, it's my first time being here.
Wow.
I'm normally the one dropping off the food.
Sure.
I'm normally the one coming to say, here,
Yeah,
here,
I'm here to
donation."
help,
But
right.
today it's me. So we're
my
1
goodness.
step away, 1 paycheck away.
Oh my
A lot of
goodness.
people are working.
Yes.
But unfortunately, the money,
Yes.
the income
Yes.
is not meeting the expenditure.
Oh my
So you
goodness.
have evictions, you have, because
Yes.
a health crisis,
Right.
a loved one, the sickness,
Right.
so it's not all drugs. Definitely
right.
get rid of that myth.
That's right.
It's families
Yes.
working.
Yes,
And
yes.
especially in Charlotte, the cost of living
Yes.
is very high.
Is that right?
Yes, so sometimes, you have people there,
Yeah.
typically
Yeah.
they are homeless
Yes.
because where they're living,
Yes.
it's not their home, they're living with someone.
That's true.
And
So
you can-
technically,
yes.
right? I mean, maybe effectively they're in a shelter, but it's not
Yes.
their home.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
I never
No,
thought
it's
about
not.
that aspect of it.
Yes.
How does mental illness, I'm just curious, factor into
Oh my
homelessness?
word,
Yeah.
oh my word.
Yeah.
We have seen, it has always been
Yeah.
But we have seen more and more cases again. The
Yeah.
COVID, the pandemic
Really.
has really exacerbated
Yes,
the situation.
yes.
And so more and more we have people coming in,
Yes.
and we have to address
Yes.
as best we can.
Right.
As best we
That's
can.
right, because y'all are
Yes.
not, y'all are not a bona fide mental health facility,
no.
but you have people who are homeless
Yes,
with mental
yes.
health issues.
Yes.
So it's in your face.
Yes, and we we are blessed that
Yes.
we do have partnerships, that we
I
have
was gonna
a
ask.
clinician right
Good.
on the
premises.
property. Yes,
Okay. Wow, what a
at
blessing.
each location.
Is that right?
Which is a blessing.
That
So
is,
people who
yeah.
want to can come in and receive the help that is
Wonderful,
needed.
wonderful.
Yes.
So you talked about a clinician, which leads me into my next question. What are some other services that your center offers
Yes.
that to bring hope to the women and others who are there? You mentioned a clinician for people who have mental health issues. What else? What other services do you guys
Well,
offer?
we believe in the holistic picture.
Definitely.
We believe in the holistic picture. So we do the physical as well.
Really?
We used to have a lady coming in, she do aerobics
Yes.
and Zumba.
Oh my, okay.
And we do have
Yes.
we do have a clinic
Do you?
right on facility that is free to every single resident.
Is that
so I can't
right?
get it.
Oh my goodness,
But
that's
hello, if
amazing.
you need, and we then do, if
Yes,
you know the
yes,
staff
right,
is
right,
sick,
right,
they
right,
do
right.
offer that.
Right.
But free medical care
right.
is right there on the facility. If you can't afford the bus to go anywhere, it's right there. You can
Wow,
get
that's
the free medicines.
wonderful.
And also, we do have, the social service work
That's
is
right.
provided, but we do have even job assistance.
Really?
Yes, and we have a staff member that's her specialty.
That's
Just
what she
come.
does. Okay.
Resumes to help.
Oh,
know,
boy.
so many workshops
Right.
from time to time.
Right,
Life
right.
skills
That's right,
classes.
right.
It's provided. We just had one of our pastors
Yes.
provide financial
Yes.
class,
Really?
and I even was blessed to sit down in the
Wow.
class. So
Wow.
it is so much. And again,
Yeah.
with the children,
Right.
moms needs time,
Yes.
parents need time
Yes,
to
yes.
say, you know what, I
Yes.
just need a break.
Yes.
I've been job hunting.
Wow.
Let me just have a moment.
Wow.
I'm there to come in and
Wow,
provide that
wow.
space
So
to help.
I want to backtrack about you and your role specifically. Not so much about what you do. You've explained that
Yes.
well, but why did you think that being a chaplain was a calling for you? I mean, you
Oh,
could have
my
went in a lot of
Lord.
various ways. The Salvation Army offers, I'm sure, a variety of positions.
yes,
But why a
yes,
chaplain?
yes.
And then you are the chaplain. You're a single woman, I know,
Yes,
and
yes,
so
yes,
in ministry, which in and of itself is unique,
Yes,
especially to be in a position of leadership.
Yes.
What?
yes.
Tell me more. I'm very intrigued.
Well, the blessing about being in the Salvation
Yes.
Army is just similar to the military in that when you're called,
Yes.
you will say yes,
Yes.
to wherever God
Yes.
sends you.
Okay.
And so the leadership has seen
Yeah.
that ability within me and said, we believe you're the perfect fit for this place.
That's
And
great.
I'm telling you, I am loving it.
Oh,
Somebody
that's
said
great.
it and I'll quote it.
Yes.
If you are doing what you love,
Yes.
you never work a day
You
in your
don't.
life.
And I believe it. I really believe that. I feel
You
like I'm living my
never
best
work.
life as
Yes,
well. And it looks,
it's so
I can see it all
powerful.
over
Yes,
you. Praise
and
God.
just seeing
Yes.
that lives being transformed,
Yes.
lives being changed,
Yes.
the satisfaction,
Yes,
it
that
makes
comes
the
with
long
that.
hours. That, so
Yeah.
many days I come
Yeah.
home, I'm more excited when I come home than when I left.
That's
because I'm
amazing.
seeing God working
In people's lives. Wow,
Yes.
wow, that's amazing. So now
yes.
you said residents, so they, of course, these people that are at the shelter live there.
Yes.
So
yes,
it's so
yes,
is it
yes.
so your facility can house that many people?
Well, we have, as I said, we just have 2 now.
Right.
So especially, and that came about as a result of the
Yeah.
social distancing in COVID.
Oh, that's
So
right.
in one, you may have about 3, and
Right,
the
of
other
course.
one, and they're different styles
That's
as
right.
well. The first one was more dormitory,
Right.
and the second one is more extended stay. So
Is that
each of the
right?
parents, their families, can cook their own food.
That's
have their
wonderful.
own meals, have their own private space.
That's amazing that you guys have these facilities that can service people like that. Well, so is this, we're here in Atlanta, and I think of Atlanta as a place that has more of a problem with this type of thing. But this is eye-opening to me for you to share that Charlotte has this level of homelessness. Yeah, the pandemic, like you said, exacerbated some of that. So now, a couple more questions. If someone wants to find out more, someone in the Charlotte area, but even, I'm sure this program is not just in Charlotte, it's around the country. Where do they go to get more information?
Yes, your local Salvation Army.
Yes.
And their red shields here, right?
Okay.
That's the first thing I would say.
Yes.
Anybody who wants to know more about homeless ministry through the Salvation Army, first thing, contact your local Salvation Army, your local red shield, your local center of hope. And they offer tours.
Okay.
Come in and take a tour.
Oh, wow.
It is the price is right. FREE, free.
Doesn't get
Free,
better than
baby.
that.
Come on
That's
in.
it. That's it.
And you can see, and
Really?
as they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words.
That's
the
wonderful.
second thing I say, come and listen.
Okay.
Come and listen.
Wow.
Homelessness is not just the picture of somebody with a sign on the street corner, right? In my experience, I have had right there in my 4 years at the Center of Hope, we've had people who with master's degrees, people right there who have written books even through their time, published authors.
Really?
I'm telling you, I have been blessed. It's reciprocal.
It is.
I blessed and I am being blessed.
That's amazing.
So it's not, they're
it's not what we think.
talented. No,
it's not what we think.
So
I
much
think that is
time.
an important, and I think it because I think when you think it's only just these people right here, I think it closes us down to really seeing the bigger picture and the bigger problem. But I love the fact that they offer tours. I had no idea. So that's so get online, find a local Salvation Army, and then just make contact.
And you can volunteer. That's the third one. Volunteer.
Okay.
We are always looking for helpers, especially in this time. And there are different forms. Volunteering doesn't only mean serving behind the food line. Do that if you want to.
Right.
But if you have a skill,
Right.
if you're an accountant and you want to say, you know what, I want to come and teach my, what I do, come and share my photography, come and share my experience,
that's true.
come and share your stories, swap stories,
That's wonderful.
and be creative. Volunteering is not only one way. It's not only one idea. If you do music, dance, painting, come on,
That's
help us
wonderful.
out. And it's a beautiful avenue. And I remember one of the ladies, she said to me, you offer the tea time, the Bible study time, and sometimes we do trips. Those things, who doesn't love going out?
Right.
Who doesn't love being pampered? Who doesn't love just getting out of the mundane every day, trying to make this out, to say, I'm going to have a break. And if we can help provide that, and we can, that ambience, sometimes we do like just spa nights, massage nights.
I love it. Before I do every interview, I spend some time researching the person and or organization. So I got online. Salvation Army is a big organization. Your sister gave me your name. So before I'd actually confirmed everything, I just thought, let me just type in her name, see what comes up. And I came, and several stories came up on you with people who have been in, a part of the Shelter of Hope, and they mentioned your name in the story, seeing how you gave them help and how you were loving and kind. And so I was like, I gotta meet this woman. So I just wanted you to know I did a little research ahead of time. But before we go, I want to ask you this, and because I know that people are going to be listening to this all around. This is not just local for Atlanta. What words of encouragement would you say to somebody out there that's homeless, that thinks it's never going to get better? How do I get out of this? I don't know, I'm stuck. I feel hopeless. What words of encouragement, of hope can you say to that person, women, person, whoever they are?
I just want to say first and foremost, God loves you.
Wow.
You're not alone. Jesus himself wandered from place to place, so you're in good company. And he'll never leave you nor forsake you. Cry out to him, he'll help you. Secondly, contact that place in your local community, Salvation Army. Contact and reach out. 3, never give up.
Wow.
Even right in our own circle, people have come in. Don't be afraid to say, this is what I need. And never ever give up. There's always hope. And that God doesn't have favorites.
Wow.
He does not have favorites. I have seen many people over and over that he's touched lives, he's brought change. One of the ladies moved from, her situation, not having a job, to her own place, to being a manager.
Oh,
hallelujah.
God can raise us up.
Yes.
He can raise us up.
And so even one of our young people came with her grandmother, 15 years old, and she's now giving back, bringing bags to say, I remember how it was, and now I'm giving back.
What a wonderful story.
Yes,
and so God changes things. He can change us. That's a message of hope, and it's a great place for us to stop. Thank you for taking time out of this. This has been a joy. Not only I know will it bless others, it has blessed me personally. And we'll talk again soon.
Thank you.